Leader635, and this is a restoration video of a vintage 1985 maybe Sonai Toys vintage Jalopy bump and go car. I saw this one at a friend's house yesterday. He gave it to me just like a repair project. It's not for me. It's not mine. So, though I actually wish it was mine, but still, it's not mine. However, I found this one yesterday, and he was really in poor shape. It was all dirty. The head was off because of a broken plastic part, black plastic part there. Also the how's it called? There was a wheel that was broken. I think it's this one. If I'm not wrong, it should have the gluing marks. Yeah, it's that one. And the toy did not work. The switch was wrong. There was a bunch of things that I'm gonna say right now, and they're gonna be said at their moment. But this guy has been through 7 hours of intense work, and here are the results. He looks brand new, though he has a couple flaws. By example, the stickers. Some of the stickers are bad. I re-glued them, but this will never get hidden. Like a broken part here from the side. There's also a broken part here from the other side. Those are minor things. The toy works pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna start just saying what this guy had. When I first got him, he was dirty, he was dusty, this part here was broken off, this was also broken off. It was a miracle that this, and the wheel were still in the small bag where this guy was. The head was hanging because of, like the head was broken because there's like a plastic part there, a black plastic part, that is supposed to be glued, and it was broken, it was snapped off. So there were just two wires holding the head, and I thought, hey, what are those wires for? Boom. The doll has a light in the head, and that was a miracle. So, yeah. I think this is a rare version because it has a red car, and I've never seen one of this kind before. I don't know, to be honest, but I've seen Santa Clauses like this with a black car. Again, I don't know if it's rare or not, but sadly, it's not mine. So, once again, the first problem I ever spotted when I saw this was that the switch was bad. Down here, the switch was, like, it was rusted and it would not make well contact. Also, another problem was that the gear here, there was a split gear, so that the bump and go wheel did not move. Now it moves perfectly. And another issue was that the motor gear was cracked. Actually, I have it here. See those two... See those two small cracks there? Okay, those two small cracks were freaking the thing up. So I replaced the gear, and now there's a new gear in the toy. That is a lot better and a lot more resistant. And then I had to lubricate the motor because it was really noisy, and grease all the gears. That's all the mechanical issues. So right now he's working. Yeah. Now we're going with the electrical issues. There were only a couple electrical issues. The switch was just acting strange. The light in the head, it was not burned out. It was actually working. But believe it or not, the like there was like a small piece that was broken off. So I was sure that this thing would not last anymore. So the next thing you know, basically he works, and now, I mean, I'll just explain it. Okay, so what I meant with the piece from the head, like the light from the head, was that, let me see if I can find the spare light bulb, like the broken one, the one that I replaced. No, wait, this one's not the one, this one's the one that burned out when I tried to put it there, but to be, like, do you guys know that there's like glue here when you first see the light bulb? Well, the part was broken off from here, so basically it would not light up, and that's the major reason why I replaced the whole light bulb, because it would not work. So yeah, I took the whole toy apart. Every single part has been taken out. This and this were glued. I added some shrink tubes there in both sides so that the wires would not get rusted and worn out. You guys see that? The speaker is underneath this white part right down there, which is actually a small speaker with a cone, which I have to say, it's one of the things that I replaced. Oh, also, here are all the things that got replaced in the toy, so I'm just gonna show them right now. First of all, the speaker, which if you guys can see, it's worn out and it has like the small chip part was broken off, so it would not work anymore. Now the electronic part, he would not make sound. He would not make nothing, and I decided to see what about the transistor. So I grabbed the flathead screwdriver and I touched two of the legs of the transistor. The toy started playing the music in a very quiet sound. So that's how I found out that actually the deal with it was that the transistor was burned out. So here is the old transistor that it had. Somehow it doesn't have any ratings, any nothing. So I just replaced it, and now the chip works fine and loud like it's supposed to. I also changed the capacitor, but I threw it away. So yeah. And yeah, I think that's all the things I changed: gear, light bulb, transistor, and speaker. The rest was just lubricating, disassembling everything, and cleaning it with a toothbrush and soap. And I had to be really careful with the stickers, to be honest. That was a pain in the ass, but I could do it. But once again, the Santa Claus is right now working perfectly. He has no problems. Nothing is wrong with him right now. And the only stupid things that could not get fixed because I don't have the parts is the small broken part there, right there, from the front part, and the one from the back part, which is also broken, but it's only that piece. Here's the thing though, the two pegs here were broken actually. This was just turning when I first got it, so now it's perfect. And yeah, just a small bunch of details. He has 5 light bulbs, one motor, like you know those rounding motors from the head of the big heads, that kind of motor. The speaker, this is a sack bag. I actually had to take all this thing apart and remake this. This is actually made by Zodak Leader 635. Ah, dumbass. What the hell's wrong with the focusing? Oh, there we go. Okay. This right here, I made it by my own, because again, this was all dirty and I washed it and all, but this was not made, this thing, so I remade it. And yeah, the face looks pretty much, I have to admit, it looks like my bell ringing Santa, but the head's smaller, so you can tell this is an original face of those. Ho ho ho. But yeah, the eyes are kind of small considering the space that it has there. But yeah, now the chrome's all shiny, the lights are all working. The pump and go, sometimes it does not work fine because one of the gears is split and I did not have the replacement for it. But he moves around and that's what matters. So before turning it on, I'm gonna show you all some things about the batteries. First of all, yeah, it's one of those coin slot things, one of those coin open. First of all, he uses 3C batteries, which right now he's running on 3 AA batteries. And he has the battery glitch, or trick, as I call it. The battery trick consists in that you take this battery out, like this, and the lights will not work. It will only move back and forth. Yeah, that's right. Now, if I put the battery in, he's gonna work fully. Crap. The strange thing about this one's battery glitch is that, or trick, is that if you take the battery out, you turn it on, the chip works with 1 AA battery, but it's supposed to work with all 3. And yes, it does work with all 3, just like the lights, but I don't know, it's strange. The lights are flashing, look at that. No, light, no. There we go. See? Now the lights on the face and the back are. So yeah, as I said before, right now we're gonna look at it with all the batteries in, which it's how it's supposed to go. Fuck. Yeah. So just gonna put the battery in place, and we're gonna see it rolling on the floor. So yeah, now we're gonna see Santa Claus with his vintage jalopy car on the floor. So just a bit of the motion, he has bump and go action, the thing moves back and forth making the arms to move. And basically I think that's it. It does not really have much. Makes me remember of the dancing cup I have to fix that has the doll on it. I still have to fix that one. But yeah, just a funny thing, he has a sensor, so there are two separate sets of lights, which are three, like this three flash together and this two flash together. Let me show you what I mean. Yep, so that's it, guys. That's the review, and pretty much this will be, like, today I'm going to give it back to the person who gave it to me, and hopefully he will be, he will be well taken, so, yeah. Just, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and, this has been another successful restoration of a vintage 1980s toy. So, yeah, this has been Zarak Music 65. Thanks for watching, and bye.